Did you know? Cleanliness is next to godliness, so goes the old saying. Yes, apparently with a little hard work and elbow grease, toiling to make sure that your abode is spick and span, you will be some way to approaching the rarefied heights of the divine. This association between cleanliness and godliness is possibly because of popular depictions of an afterlife in the clouds, untouched by the blemishes of this life. Cleanliness is also seen as civilized. Famously, supposedly, the Romans saved the rest of Europe from an uncivilized, unclean lifestyle, bringing with them as they did the habit of bathing. While not strictly true, this perception is common, and after the Romans left Britain, the age of the Saxons began. At first they were a warlike people, spreading out across England, establishing the so-called heptarchy of Saxon kingdoms. This saw a network of small towns, farms and trading posts across England. Eventually the Saxons even abandoned their pagan ways, becoming Christian, notably through the work of Augustine of Canterbury. This established a new order of power. The church was very powerful next to the king, and more powerful than them was God. God was now number one. This meant there had to be changes. Virtues such as humility, being humble before God and the church, became crucial. For example, dressing a bit too snazzily might get you in trouble, for you're putting yourself and your appearance before God. While aspects of personal grooming remained important, this, for example, is a Saxon toilet kit for getting rid of excess earwax and unsightly hair. Bathing was not a priority. It is estimated the average Saxon man may be bathed 3 times a year. This is in contrast to that other famous Germanic group, the Vikings. When the Vikings arrived in Britain, they came here as warriors, and initially, yes, there was certainly violence between communities. They were, after all, here to raid. Something which the Vikings TV series gets right is how much the Vikings cared about their appearance, their clothing, their hair, their beards, and their cleanliness. We have touched on this in the past. Indeed, the Vikings named their Saturday Pool Day or Bathing Day. It was very important to wash as often as possible. Infamously, in the year 793, the Vikings attacked the monastery at Lindisfarne. The monks and community there were forever scarred by this event. Indeed, across Christendom, the Vikings became known as furious Northmen, and they were criticized for being uneducated, barbaric, pagan, and vain, because of how much they washed and how much they cared about their appearance. So you might say, rather than cleanliness being next to godliness, for the Saxons, and certainly for the church at the time, it was uncleanliness, which was righteous and next to godliness.